Heavy headbanging. All right. Welcome back.
Hey,
I'm back. I'm back in Minneapolis.
You ever notice this guy?
Yes,
Looks like he's
I
taking a
did.
dump.
Yeah. You know, it looks like the countries that don't have toilets, you know, the squatty potty type deal.
No, it's the hole.
See, if you raise your arms, you loosen the cannon.
What's that one thing? The squatty pot.
Yeah, you put your feet up. I remember that was on Shark Tank. We had billionaires like, no,
makes a lot of sense.
I remember one of the billionaires like, Mark, what are you doing, Mark? This is I think it was Kevin O'Leary's like, this is a toilet product.
It's supposed to help your bowels move.
But it makes sense. It's how the monkeys poop, right? They're like hanging on the branch. Yeah,
they're trying to bring us back down.
I know. I pull my knees up to my chest. Yeah. That's how I do it. And I kind of rock. Anyways, we have a podcast here, believe it or not. Welcome to another episode of Off the Cuff, keeping you up to date on all the latest NFT news and potty humor, I guess. Hey, find us on Spotify, wherever you get your podcasts. You know, maybe on Apple Music. I don't know. We're getting the tentacles out everywhere. And if you're watching on YouTube, hit that sub button.
Hit the sub button.
Hit that like button.
Hit the like button.
Hit all the buttons except dislike. Don't hit that one.
Oh, there is a dislike.
Yeah, don't hit it. They hide the number.
They do.
Everything has to be. Okay, wait, sorry. Whoa. There we go.
That's Michael, our audio video guy. He runs a tight ship.
Very tight. Yeah, he's the
very
tightest that they come, they say. Yeah, we're going to talk about our VeeCon experience. We're in the heart of where all the action went down last year. We're in Minnesota.
Yeah.
Minneapolis.
Belly of the Beast.
Belly of the Beast. And maybe you can talk about that Goblin NFT. That thing's nuts, man. I don't know if you've...
I looked at it. I don't know much about it. Johnny keeps stopping me in the hallway. Hey, what do you think about the goblins?
Hey, look what I saw on Facebook.
You know what? I wish I'd have bought it. That's all I can tell him.
Yeah.
Because it went up, but I don't know much about it.
All right, first, VeeCon. So, we got the tickets. There's a whole crew of us went out there. It was Gary V's NFT conference. It's, as far as I know, like the first major conference that utilized an NFT as a ticket, and they scanned the NFT to get you to go inside the venue.
Well, they had their own app, too. The
app.
Web3-based application, which was the thing that really killed it. Like, when I downloaded the app, I really thought, like, okay, this is going to be amazing. Now, before we get too much into detail, what are your thoughts? Was it over and above what you thought it was going to be, or did it underachieve? Honest opinion.
I would say it exceeded my expectations. What about you?
Really? It exceeded
I had
them?
pretty low expectations.
Oh, you had a low expectation.
Yeah. I do like Gary V. I do believe in Gary V. But
I really like Gary V. I do. I liked the VeeFriends whole project. Even that he sketched it, I thought that was cool. The fact that he did all that, the original art, that's cool, right? I think he does a great job executing utility. I did have a high expectation because of that. Also because of the names. You had one of the Paul brothers was there. You had Snoop Dogg, and maybe there was a miscommunication. I think everybody thought he was going to, like I said before, like Crip walk across the stage, singing Gin and Juice or whatever people thought.
Yeah.
That didn't happen. They had Wyclef, which I don't think anybody really understands who Wyclef is.
People in our group didn't know who he was.
They did not know who he was. He doesn't have the dreadlocks anymore. He's bald.
You're very disappointed by that.
Well, it was one of his things. He's supposed to be like that, but that was his thing. So I was semi kind of let down by the event. I do understand, though, that it was their first event, his first one. And these things are very, very difficult.
I will agree with you. I was very underwhelmed with the speaking portion. I was kind of expecting some really cool talks, kind of really set up very well, cool topics, but it really wasn't that at all. What I thought was really cool, it was the little things. One, I had really low expectations being in a football stadium. We've been in conferences and basketball stadiums when we're like, this venue's too big.
Yeah.
So I was very worried about it but they filled the space, I thought, pretty well. And another thing, the little things, it's the devil's in the details. Free coffee, free bagels, free breakfast burritos goes a long way in my book.
It was good. It was good to see, like, open the gates. You had free food there.
Yeah.
I thought that was cool. I did not like the fact if you went down to the main stage and then you had to go back to the bathroom, you had to, like, take a hike all the way
Energy
up.
drinks?
Energy drinks weren't there either.
Yeah.
And I'm a big energy drink guy. So there's a few things, I can't define what my expectations were. I just know that I thought it was going to be slightly better.
Yeah, we had an expectation of getting there early and we're going to get rewarded. Gary Vee kept saying, he kept saying it over and over and over.
7:30. I really want you to be here.
Better get there early. So me and Taco, we got there early. Actually, I got there early. I let Taco cut with me. Found another group. I'll give them a shout out. Recreational Buds. They were pretty cool. They let me cut. I'll give them a shout out here. We got in early. We go through the checkpoint. They have the doors closed. There's 20 doors. It's scanning 50 yards. Me and Taco are maybe 5 people in front of us, but with a bunch of doors. We get through the doors. People start running. People are slow down. They're telling us to slow down. This is the first day of the event, first minute, first second.
You didn't know what to expect.
We don't know what's going on. No one knows anything at this point. We were getting in. We're not even 20 feet. And then there's an event worker. She's got the shirt on. She's got the uniform. And she has a smirk. And she has a twinkle in her eye. And she says, go around. Some people are heading, we're coming in on a higher level of a stadium. Some people are, they're going down the steps. But she keeps, hey, go around.
Did
pointing.
She wink?
She all but winked. She all but winked.
Was that. So if she would have winked, then it probably would have been.
If she would have winked, I'd find her, because here's the deal. She misled us. We did run around. Me and Taco, there's probably 30 people
it's either
also
that or
running
you
this
misread
direction.
The situation. Maybe you misread it. Or
I'll get in. I think I know what she was doing. But, we see about 30 people ahead of us. Me and Taco, we hit the nitrous. We hit the burners. And next thing you know, it's 20 people ahead of us. Next thing you know, it's a dozen, 10, 9, 5, 3. We're in the front.
1 and 2.
We're zooming down the hallways. I mean, we're running past all these things, still not finding. We're looking for the merch, right? We're looking for something, some sort of, hey, this is a golden temple of some sort. And we kind of look at each other like, where the heck are we going? We don't even, at this point, we're in the front. The people behind us, they start falling off, like there were like 20 people behind us, then 10, and then it's just us standing out like some weirdos. And we found like gates, and we're like looking at the gates way across the stadium. We ran all the way around, way down on the bottom level. We see the merch line, and it's forming. It's already hundreds deep at this point. We get down there. I'll let you take the story from here. We get down. Taco commits to the merch line.
One question though: Did you have your stepping app on?
So I have a walking shoe. So I didn't activate it. Yeah, I was in sprint mode. I was in T1000 mode. The only thing missing was me like hitting the back of a car and climbing up and stabbing Edward Furlong. But yeah, all right, so Taco gets in the merch line.
Taco's in the merch line. He's like in the middle of this little like sea of people. I can see him, his little camo hat. I see you. You're kind of like posted up.
I'm outside. He's on the edge, kind of.
You're not in a line, but you're kind of up. You're close to the table.
Yeah, there's people lingering.
You're trying to find.
I'm looking for an opening.
Right. So I get in there, and I like taking the bull by the horns, right?
Yeah.
So I'm like, I'm gonna get up front, And so yeah, I'll say it on camera. I was gonna skip.
Yeah.
And I'm not proud of that, but I was going to. And this little, I want to make sure I say the right word here, because I don't think you say some of these words, they get offended. Elfish looking man.
Yeah.
With a blue jersey and a backwards hat, and you know who you are.
Yeah. Backwards cab, blue
calls
jersey.
Me out, and I don't. All right. So look, if it was somebody, it was like a law-abiding citizen, and he calls me out. Sure. He was a fellow skipper.
I saw him too. He was on my radar.
Yeah, he was a fellow skipper, and I knew it. And I at first, like when you're getting called out, at first you want to act like you don't hear it.
Yep. Yeah.
You're just like in line, like
maybe they won't yell it out a second or third time.
Maybe it's not me. Maybe it's the other guy.
Or you even do the turnaround, like, yeah, who is that jerk down there?
Hey.
Yeah, I know, right?
But it was this guy, this little guy, and so I turned after like several minutes. I was like, "Hey, what are you doing?" And he goes, "I'm watching you." That's what he said. And so I couldn't argue with that. I was like, you know what, he is. Maybe he is. Like at this point, I'm like, well, maybe he's some kind of like line ambassador. Like maybe he has taken upon himself to kind of like watch the situation, make sure everything, stays.
A hall monitor.
Yeah.
That guy.
No one liked that guy in school.
No one.
We
love our hall monitors. We love our hall monitors.
So, so you know what? I took the high road. I was the bigger man, physically, height-wise. And
he wasn't 3'11" or anything.
No.
He was like 5'5".
No. Yeah,
maybe.
He wasn't Tyrion. Is that the right name?
Yeah, it wasn't Tyrion.
He wasn't Tyrion.
Lannister.
He wasn't a Lannister.
But he wasn't no Jaime either.
He wasn't Jaime. He was much smaller than Jaime, but not as small as Tyrion. But anyway, so I backed away from him, because we're at VeeCon, V-Friends, was it Positive Panda
Lead
or whatever?
with love.
Lead with love kind of people. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna back away from this situation.
But we kept seeing him
and
too.
I kept seeing him. But here's the deal. I didn't know it at the time that he was a fellow skipper, but he was. He ended up, I watched him. We went and set up in the bleachers for a little bit, me and you, and I watched him weasel into the beginning of that line right after I backed away, made his purchase, and left. And Taco, poor Taco, was
a law-abiding citizen.
Yeah, law-abiding citizen. He was actually moving backwards.
Yeah, let me just jump in here real quick. Everything he's saying is true. I saw them have a little tussle. I thought Justin was going to throw a punch or something. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah. But yeah.
Did you see it though from way back there?
Yeah, I could see you getting up in this guy's face, and Deezy brought his attention to me before.
Yeah, I actually pointed him out. I had already clocked him before you even had an issue with him because I'm thinking about it too. I'll say it. I thought about skipping. I didn't do it though. And I was like, look, see that guy? That guy's trying to skip. There's like two people. I was like, yeah, them two right there. I can see them circling. It's like a lesser scavenger, like a hyena, waiting for the lions. And then when the lions step away, the hyena scampers in like Whoopi Goldberg in the movie.
He's like the runt buzzard.
Yeah.
So I get within 6 people of the front, and then I see that guy just walk past with his merch. And I'm like,
I did too.
And
I
then
saw him.
Next thing, the actual people directing the line go, you guys have to back up. So I pretty much ended up right where I started. 2 hours
Taco
later.
spent hours. The hoodies, okay, everyone's trying to get these hoodies. Hoodies were selling for $108. I don't know what they're going for right now, but there was bids up in the 500s for these hoodies. So yeah, the hoodies were they look cool too. It was cool though. It was well put together, but the merch very very sorely lacking order. They needed the bank line, little serpentine. They needed some sort of corralling. There wasn't anything going on though. Yeah, I mean, geez, 1,000. Okay, whoa. So 700 and not selling. So yeah, I mean, I think they're moving in the 500s. So it's an instant 5x on a hoodie. So hey, if you stood in line, you're a patient, and you're a law-abiding citizen, congrats. Good luck with your hoodie. If you're one of those cutters, I hope you spill mustard or bleach on it or something. That was the one I was going to get. I was going to get the tie-dye.
I was going to get the cream color one that's paint splatter, that one.
Yeah.
I was just going to
They're
get
cool.
They
They're cool.
They were cool.
All right. Well, current bid only $150. We'll see what it's like. So that's 3 days left. So yeah, we'll see. But yeah, roughly hundreds of dollars. For sure. I definitely did see one in the 500s.
What was really fun there though was actually outside of the event, which was the Steve Aoki party.
Never been to a Steve Aoki concert. Have you? He's everywhere. I keep missing him.
He is everywhere. I've been to several DJ, quote unquote raves or DJ parties and stuff, but I'd never been to one of his, and I did talk a lot of crap about him, I think, just because I never really heard him and I always see his name everywhere, but I was very surprised at how good it was.
I thought that concert was going to flop. It was a smashing success. Yeah. And the reason I thought it was going to flop, we're sitting there, we had multiple people either try to give us free tickets or sell us tickets for like $10-20. They apparently just were giving out tickets everywhere. I think a lot of sponsors had maybe hundreds of tickets. It's easy to give out 50 or something, but then you're like at 175, like, you're sitting here, you feel like you're trying to give out a flyer at a corner or something. Like,
there were a lot of people there.
That concert hall was packed.
It was packed. The Armory.
Yeah,
we walked
the Armory.
In, and it was Sullivan King. He was the opener.
Sullivan King, never heard of him. He's
Very
like
good.
Screamo with DJ.
He was good.
It was good. He put on a show. He was out there playing guitar and stuff.
One of the best parts of the show are the screens. Those massive screens that had animation on it, that's just phenomenal.
Yeah, it was a really, really good show. It was a little weird. We kind of had these VIP passes. So we just took free tickets from a random person. We didn't know what it was. We get them, and they give us green wristbands, I think it was. Next thing you know, it was like these green wristbands lead to a VIP area. And
Special
we ended up
area.
going up into the third, very highest level, just one row, super nice leather seats.
Sitting over everybody, looking
very
down.
private,
I
very
like to do that.
exclusive. And then what happened?
Well, I left, but I think everybody got kicked out.
Oh, you were gone by then.
Yeah, I left around
Yeah,
midnight.
we got the usher came out. It was like, they had like a little flashlight and everything. They're like,
I
what
thought
are you
it was kind of
doing
weird
here?
because there was a bar up there.
And it was dead.
And it
Or
was dead,
closed.
and there was but there was like
Bottles.
alcohol everywhere.
Yeah.
And I was thinking like, this is like, and I don't drink, but this is not secure.
Yeah, this
If
is
it was
not
back
how
in my
you would
drinking
run.
days,
You would have stole a bottle.
I would have, yeah.
We joked about it, like, hey, but
take
it's
it
nothing.
away,
I don't think anyone in our group was seriously considering.
No. But like, yeah, I was thinking like, this is maybe we're not supposed to be up here. It's kind of weird.
Yeah,
So
it was
they just
weird.
made us go down to like the section underneath, but it was still VIP. There was a bar
Yeah,
Level
there's-
2.
looking over every.
The
Yeah,
second
level
level,
2.
Yeah.
If there's one thing you notice at crypto conferences or conferences in general, oftentimes the event staff, one hand isn't talking to the other. No one knows what's going on. No one knows. Like this lady said, if you have a green wristband, orange wristband, or camouflage wristband, you can go this way. I didn't even see. I don't know what was going on, but just like the event lady, go around. I think, earlier I was saying, I think I know what she was talking about. There was like a Lamborghini and a Triceratops skull. So I think she was like, oh, the cool stuff's over here. I just wanted a hoodie.
I
just
think
wanted the
that's what
hoodie.
she was doing. You think she was like Triceratops
Lambo.
that way?
Well, there was also art and, there's little display cases. I think that's like, she probably thought all the cool stuff.
We'll
was
give her
over
the
there.
benefit of the doubt.
No,
Maybe
yeah.
she wasn't.
I don't
trying
think
to
she was
get-
sabotaging me.
Well, let's hope.
Hey, maybe the little blue jersey guy hired her.
Yeah. Maybe
I don't know.
They're in cahoots.
She was on the take.
But we did get a good workout at 8 o'clock in the morning. Just sprinting around the whole stadium.
Yeah.
And you got
I
some
was sprinting.
pillows. Some V Friends pillows.
Pillows.
Taco
Yeah.
collector.
Okay. So I have something to show for it. This was 6 minutes of sprinting. We're down there. We're down in the thick of it by 8:10. It didn't take us long to figure out like, oh, we're bozos. We don't know where we're going. And Taco, we were separated at this point. I just saw somebody walk back into the merch line and they had 2 pillows, and it was a lady, and she jumped back in line with her husband. That's allowed. You can go to a bathroom break or something. Come back. Her husband said, oh, they're all hyped about it. I said, excuse me, where did you get those? She said, I don't know. They're over there. I wasn't in line. I just ran over there, ran up, grabbed one. Within 2 seconds, someone grabbed the one to the right of me, and then I see someone like walking away with one on the left. I was like, oh, dang, okay, I guess this is cool. Taco, how'd you find yours? Or what brought that onto your radar?
So yeah, this guy had a life-sized one of these pillows, and I'm like, where'd you get that? And then all of a sudden, there's like a beach chair in front of me because I'm all the
was just
way
sitting
to
there.
the left side of the line. Yeah, and I grabbed it.
So they were everywhere. The pillows were like, imagine like an Easter egg hunt. They had pillows instead of eggs everywhere. And I saw the life-size one because I ran the perimeter of the, I don't know, I guess where the seats begin. That's where I grabbed mine. And, they're all gone except for one that was literally 6 feet tall, 100 pounds. I don't know what it was. I'm looking at it. I'm like, dang, this one's up for grabs. I said, how the hell am I going to bring this on
How
the
are
plane?
you going to get it home?
Yeah. So the guy right by Taco, I saw him later. I come up with Taco later. I catch up with him later. I see the guy with it. I said, yeah, man, I saw that one. But I was like, how am I going to get that on the plane? And he said, dang, how am I going to get this on the plane? I was like, ooh, you didn't think of that one yet. So he probably left it in his hotel room.
I got.
literally left it.
I got the little one. I think it's up in the office. Taco brought all of his up into the office too. So yeah, they're cool.
Yeah, I don't think they're selling though. I mean, yeah, sure. Yeah, Taco made out like a bandit. He got the hoodie, he got the pillows, but he was patient. He didn't try to cut, and he deserved it.
He did the right thing.
Yeah, he had some smaller people, some less aggressive people in the line directly in front of him. They were just letting everyone skip. So his portion of the line just stood still while it was just rolling and rolling.
Patient giant.
Yeah, that's what we call him around here. Patient ginger. Does he have a soul? Who knows?
They don't know.
I saw some pictures later, and Russ actually showed up at the welcome party. I'm like, we were at the welcome party from 5 to 10 when it started to when it ended.
Yeah, they kicked us out.
Yeah, but like Russ was there at some point, and we just had no idea.
I don't really even know what he looks like. I'm not the biggest fan. Frank loves him. I think
Russ is
they
awesome.
love him.
I don't even know what he sounds like.
And Steve Aoki brought out Liam Payne from One Direction.
Yeah.
And then he also brought out
Logan Paul. Yeah.
and like all of their crew.
Beeple. Yeah, the
Beeple.
Steve Aoki concert was cool. We got a One Direction person, we got Logan Paul, we got a Paul brother, and we got Beeple. I mean, that was pretty big. He also, look, I'm sure he's very talented musically. You know, just maybe the microphone didn't sound right. He brought out a rapper, and it just brought the whole show to a halt. They kicked him off after probably 30 seconds, but he was trying to rap, and I couldn't understand him. I think, you know, maybe it was just a microphone issue or something. Thoughts on the rapper?
Someone I hadn't heard of. It kind of was a different vibe than the music Steve Aoki was playing. So it was a weird little like 5 minutes, but it got back to Steve Aoki, and then the party went on.
It was like, geez.
Hannah, why don't you recall?
Wow.
Yeah, it kind of reminded me of like party rap, like everybody in the club get tipsy type, you know, party rap.
Lonely Island.
But yeah, I would say Gary V.
Take away from
it was
me,
successful.
I think he needs to focus. Listen here, Gary. What you need to do is focus on the entertainment more. I think that's what we learned, because we're putting on an event. We're not going to share too much, but it's coming.
And we're going to lean towards entertainment versus
We're going to have some
edutainment.
Yeah,
you know?
We're going to have a little speaking, but like heavily entertainment.
Yeah,
you know,
it's cool to have. Yeah, all right. Full disclosure: Gary V comes out, talks. The first speaker that pops up was like a mentalist trying to make you have a better memory by pinching your earlobe and closing your left eye. And
if you scratch your nose and laugh, that means you're learning. That was one of the lines.
Yeah.
I don't know. I still haven't figured that out.
The vibe I was getting, I was like, is this some guy from like an Oprah show in 1994? Like, it was like very, I don't know. It wasn't for me. I'm sure some people got a lot of value out of it though. So
David
good for them.
Copperfield.
I think the idea was nice. It was like a little icebreaker, but
it should have been
anticlimactic.
Yeah, it should have been a Snoop. It should have been like his third or fourth best musical act. You know, you want to end with the good stuff, but like you want to start strong too.
And I'll say it, it's not a money thing for Gary V. The secondary sales alone for V Friends, you could have thrown 10 VeeCons back to back to back, hiring the top artist in the world every single time.
Yeah.
And he didn't. That's the expectation I had, right? So, and he can't, you know, I'm gonna say it again. He can't say for the next 3 years, you know, because every year you're getting secondary sales. Every single year you're getting secondary sales.
Every day.
Yeah, well, I mean, you have a year in between each one, so you have all that built up. So I was a little let down by that, but I think he learned a lot, hopefully, and you know, knowing him, watching his content, he'll be hitting the gears very early. And what can we do differently? What did we learn? Have a team behind it and all that.
Yeah,
so.
I'm looking forward to going to next year already, though. I'll be for
I
sure
am
there.
too, and I will stand in line this time.
I got a question for you guys. I've seen some rumors. Do you think VeeCon is going to be in the States or is going to be abroad?
States, without a doubt.
Yeah,
I have
totally
heard,
cannibalize your audience if you
I have
take it
heard
out.
that it's not going to be in the United States. It's a rumor, but you guys
vast
think
majority,
it's 100%
vast majority of holders are American.
Yeah, and it's one thing to get a flight, you know, Atlanta, Minneapolis, or you know, Chicago, Minneapolis, or wherever you might go next year. It starts, you know, the price goes up. We start traveling over the ocean and stuff. So yeah, I don't know. Yeah, that's my. I think it'll be for sure in America. All right, well, let's we'll talk a little NFT project as well, man. The hottest thing going on right now.
The goblins, yeah. I don't know much about them. I know that the price went up. That's all I know.
It was a free mint.
Yeah, I actually brought this project to talk. I don't know if I brought it to his attention, but we were talking about this a lot, like right when they first dropped. They're under half an ETH at this point, and I said, man. You know, everyone's kind of joking. I was actually going contrary. You want to be non-consensus, right? Which is what I was, and I didn't bet on myself. I said, man, everyone's kind of trashing this, but I just read this really good thread by this artist, and he goes into detail why he thinks this is actually good art. You know, the reasons being, you know, very strong color scheme that's very, you know, and everything kind of matches as far as the tones and the temperature of the color. Also very unique, and man, we're running out of ways to be unique with art. I mean, how many How many times can you reinvent like some sort of PFP where you're like, oh, I haven't seen something like that. I feel like we really haven't seen something like this. And now they're 1.85. Jeez. They were 2.25 just hours ago. Yeah.
Gee.
Free mint to 0.4 very, very quickly. Yeah, the Steve Aoki, one of one. Wow. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
One of them just sold for like $136,000.
Yeah, the Goblin King just sold for a whole lot. So one of the reasons I almost bought one last night, laying in bed, laying next to Alex, and she's changing. Actually, she's changing at this point. And I joined the spaces. I saw there's an NFT statistics account that I follow. It's very, very good. And they said when Bored Apes first launched, they would have a clubhouse of just the whole room is making ape noises. 1,000 people listening. She said, this is like that. We have 1,600 people listening to people make goblin noises. Taco, what was the final number for total listeners?
About 28,000.
28,000 listening to people go, I may eat a frog.
Jesus.
I swear to God. I saw K Money, whom I met. I don't know if we can find the picture of it or whatever, but I met K Money, pretty famous influencer in the NFT space. He's in the NFT space. He's a comedian, been doing it for years and years. Big fan of his. And it was kind of funny. He's like, guys, no, seriously, like, what is the roadmap? He's like, no, seriously, I'm going to leave you a 1-star Yelp review. I need to talk to the manager. Where's the guy? It was kind of funny. Yeah, that's K Money if you ever seen me. We were building. But yeah, he was in there. It was funny. And I thought about pulling the trigger last night. It was...
what was it at? What would it have been at?
It's like 1.
Ooh.
It was like maybe 1.3, maybe. It really... Not compared... 2.25, you know. It definitely... I could have snagged a couple $1,000. I would have probably sold it.
Is K Money verified? He's not verified?
No, I mean, he just kind of hit the scene with that LA Bros video. And that was... Dude, that was less than 2 months ago. Yeah, he's blown up pretty quickly. I know you have what was your thoughts on his video with Elio?
All right, so this about me first. I am a very dry, cynical human being. And I find things funny that I shouldn't, and I find things not funny that I probably should. I did not find it funny. So I thought it was like a little, like it's up here. He's in the bushes.
Well, yeah, there he is. Yeah. Building. Yeah. Hey, he pulls off the black turtleneck very well.
Elio?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it was like a running joke, all of VeeCon, the whole hands together building. So he kind of dubbed that.
He popularized it.
After
it's been around. Well, yeah. I mean, March 29th was the NFT bro. That was like 2 months ago. I mean, that's been a meme, but he's definitely like taken that meme and ran with it. And I would say at this point, I don't want to say he's made it his own, but he's kind of made it his own. I mean, at this point, like if you're knee deep in the NFT Twitter, you see that, you're thinking of K Money. So I don't know. Maybe we'll have to get him if we ever do something. Maybe we'll have to reach out to him.
Yeah,
you know?
I'd do something with him.
Yeah.
So sure. I want to ask you guys a question. So the goblins, they're at like almost 2 ETH.
Mm-hmm.
What about all these like little side projects? There's the Goblin Girls, and then there's the
all right. I was thinking about this early. I didn't know we were going to talk about this. Here's my 2 cents on derivatives: get in, get out. Don't date the NFT. Just trade the NFT, or even hate the NFT. Get in, get out. That is my strategy, and only lose what you're comfortable losing. Because you know what, I'd be okay if I lost 0.02, 0.03. I do think ETH will be 10K one day, so you know maybe I shouldn't be that okay with it. But I wouldn't be super upset if I lost $48 or something on a NFT. You know, because it's a gamble. It's a $50 scratch off ticket. But take profits. It's not going to do what the original one did. OK Bear Yacht Club is the most recent example. I saw it at 0.07, didn't pull the trigger. 0.15, double your money by any means of imagination. That's pretty good. J-Chains was in it. He didn't sell. Back down to 0.07.
Number one thing across 0.05 across the spaces. This is just for basic, how to run things, playbook stuff for NFTs or really anything in crypto. Is once you're in the green, stay in the green. And there are going to be those situations where you sell something and it's going to continue to go up. At that point, you just need to be happy for everybody that's still in it. You can't be emotional when you're trading. With situations like this, I am one of the more conservative traders, I feel like, within this company. I get in and get out, and I flip and make profits on all these things.
Okay, so for my 2 cents, I'd be okay buying this one under 0.02. That's an attractive entry point. Easy double up, I think. Only 5,000. Fairly okay wallet disbursement with, what's that, 46%. So I'd be okay with baby goblins, but above 0.1, that's when it gets like, this is probably just going to dump.
But if you think about it, most people that are pissed right now in the markets, at some point you could have jumped out in profit.
Yeah.
And that's what you need to learn is like, you can't be greedy with your gains. You need to, once you're in the gains, you need to start making an exit plan and getting out. And that crosses over into NFTs too. There's plenty of money to be made, but don't be stupid and hold things all the way up and then all the way back down again.
And to avoid getting emotionally attached, listen to our playbook and, mint 2 or buy 2, minimum. That way, if you just want to marry the project, you're never going to dump it. Well, hopefully you can sell one, make your money back. Yeah. And then, you're in for free. So
or just screenshot it.
Right click save.
Buy it, screenshot it, sell it in profit, and you still have the picture.
Yeah, you still got the picture. You can print it on your wall. No one's going to come over and say, "Let me see your MetaMask, you phony."
Oh, yeah. So that's my 2 cents. If you remember, if you think about it, if you're pissed right now, at one point you were in profit. You just didn't get out.
Yeah. All right. I guess we got a little engaging question here. Do y'all want to ask, or should? How about you ask? Yeah, y'all.
I want to ask you guys this engaging question. If you could change anything about VeeCon, what would you change?
More entertainment, better artists.
Yeah, I would. I'll say something new, but yeah, switching speakers for entertainment, I think would be a huge plus. I would say, obviously, I got to say the merch line. You gotta have those little bank dividers. You know what I mean? Like
bank
the little
dividers,
thing with the
maybe two merch tents somewhere. Maybe spreading across.
They had 2 point of sales for those who are wondering. Yeah, at the end of the line, it was 12 to 16 people wide, and then that was all funneling into 2 lines of 2 single file, like 2 people. So 2 turned into 4, turned into 8. Turned into 16.
Turned into a mob.
Turned into people cutting you and then calling you out and saying, back of the line.
And then finally, after 2 hours, they brought out the line dividers.
Yeah, that was the worst thing. They had line dividers
which
the whole time.
Made me had to go back about 20 feet.
That's when
to
you
where
went
I started.
Yeah.
Elves.
Yeah.
We're saying elves.
Some helpers. They needed some little helpers. Yeah, that would have been good. Do we have a would you rather or?
I'm just going to come up with this one on the spot. Would you rather only be able to trade crypto for the rest of your life or NFTs for the rest of your life?
Ooh, crypto.
I'd choose crypto, but I would still buy an NFT every now and then. Because
you can only do one.
Hey, no, I wouldn't trade them. I just have to buy it. So like you buy, maybe you get the next Bored Ape, you're given free stuff. So I'd sell my ape coin. Work around, exploit.
Yeah, I would still want to trade
I'd
crypto
choose tokens. Yeah.
because there's a lot more
stability.
A lot more upside. You can expose yourself more to an altcoin without as much liability.
And fractionalize ownership.
Yeah.
You buy a fraction of a Bitcoin. A Bitcoin's worth, less than a monkey, a mutant ape. I can't sell 10% of my mutant, but if I held a Bitcoin, I could sell 10% of my Bitcoin if I needed a new roof or something. So, I'd have to go with crypto.
I'd go with crypto.
All right. Well, hey, thanks for tuning in. Let us know what you want us to talk about the next episode. Again, make sure you're subbed on YouTube. Make sure you follow us on Instagram. Follow us on Twitter. It's at NFT Alpha Show. All of our links are going to be in the description. We're going to have a new episode. So please let us know what you want us to talk about. Blue Jersey.
You know who you are. We're coming.
We'll find you. You better not be at VeeCon 2.